Hi. AA. See you in church. This is Manuel. Um, I wanted to talk about something I've noticed a lot of the beauty gurus have. It doesn't it does bother me, but at the same time, it's not my business. A lot of the beauty gurus I've noticed have this ring hanging there. I'm not attracted to it, but if they want to wear it, that's fine. To me, it's a lot distracting, and I keep looking at that instead of looking at what they're doing. Um, it's sort of weird. I don't find it attractive, but as long as they do that, I'm not going to go and tell them, get rid of that ring or whatever. I actually dated quite a few people that actually had those rings on. And but what they did was they took it and turned it into a little U with two little balls. Then they turned it inwards. So I never saw it. And then one day I saw them and they had them hanging there, but they had the little balls. They didn't turn it around like they usually wear it. And I'm like, you got something? And they were like, oh, and they knew I wasn't attracted to it, but I'm not the kind of person that pushes myself onto it. It's just that it's going to make me um, take points off, I guess you would say. Um, I'm not attracted to that. I don't find it sexy or any of those things, which a lot of people do. And more to it. And I'm not really going to say anything. Um, but if I had known originally, I would not go out with them. It's just the way I am. Uh, Same thing with long hair. Long hair on a man, I find it not attractive. Short hair on a woman, I also don't find it very attractive. That's my preference. I'm not telling women not to have short hair. I'm just saying, I don't find it attractive, but women shouldn't care because I'm gay. Um, Men, though, well, they shouldn't care either because if you like it, you like it. Be who you are because if that's who you are, then that's who you are. For me, I'm not attracted to that. It's um, it's to me, it's I just don't like it. Um, they have a show that I used to watch when it was the original gay guys, and now they help a straight guy out and they run around. And I understand it's a show and everything, but they have a hairdresser, and he's really, really, really pushing the effeminate image. To me, I find it rather gross. I'm gay. I don't like it. Um, I know there are effeminate men around. My best friend is effeminate, but he doesn't try to overdo it, and that's what this person does. You could see it's fake. He he's pushing it to make it force other people to accept it. But to me, instead, it just makes him look fake. Doesn't interest me. I saw a couple of seasons of it and of the original ones, and they were interesting. I enjoyed it. Um, the one that they had that was real, real effeminate, he wasn't that effeminate as this young man's trying to make his effeminate part. It just, Carson was. funny and interesting and everything. Now, this one, he has his long hair and he's screaming, and to me, I find it very unattractive. Thank goodness, he doesn't, we're not dating. Um, that happened in my world. I met somebody that um, wasn't effeminate when I first met them. And then when they met one of my friends who was effeminate, they came out. And I was like, no, it's not attractive to me. I'm not saying that everybody has to be, attracted to each other, but to me, I don't find it attractive. It's not my cup of tea. If I want to, the way I see it, if I was straight, then I would um, want to date a woman. I don't want to date a man that wants to be a woman or feels like that. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being that way. I'm just saying that for myself, I'm not attracted to it. It's like some people that are attracted to different backgrounds, and then there's some people that are not. They want to stay with who they are also, like Hispanics. I've known so many young ladies who marry Hispanic men. They had black men, white men, even a Chinese man tried to get close to her, and in the long run, she still only dated Hispanic men. There's nothing wrong with that. You should not date somebody that you are not attracted to. You're wasting your time and you're wasting their time, because guess what? You are with this person and you see this other person you could have met, but because you've been playing games and you dated this guy, you end up missing out on who you should have been with. And that's the way I've always felt. I'm always, why should I do that? I mean, I've had people always tell me, you should, when I was trying to become somebody I wasn't with prayer, and it still didn't work. I only dated Hispanic women, and two, and that didn't work out. We actually became really, really good friends. But then I accepted who I was, because I never really hid who I was. I didn't have to go all of a sudden start being effeminate or any, because I'm not. Um, so I started dating um, who I was attracted to. I was attracted to white men, and I didn't chase after any straight men. Actually, I had quite a few straight men chase after me, and I'm like, "You're straight." Oh, yeah. So I said, "Well, why are you bothering me?" And they were like, "Well, you're straight acting," and they start making these excuses. I said, "Look, I'm not a girl. I'm not a bottom. I mean, if you're gay or you're not sure, then go out with a couple of women, and if you're not happy with them, then most likely you may be gay. But I'm not interested. I only date gay. I don't want to play games." See, that's the thing. I'm not a game player. I know the games. I know when somebody's trying to play the games, and I always warn the person I'm dating. If you're going to be playing games and I catch you in a game, I will kick you to the curb. And they say, but what if we're in love with each other? But see, I always tell them, look, you're too busy playing the games, so that means we're not really in love. You're just trying to find the best person to match with. And I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to find somebody who I can be happy with. I'm not going to try to change you, which I find a lot of women do that. I'm not saying all do. I'm just saying a lot of women do that. They find somebody that could be in the square box, and then they start kicking and kicking and kicking that person, trying to make them into that person that fits in that box. And I've seen it go wrong, wrong, wrong. What I mean by that is because a lot of men have to do a lot of changing, which makes them weak minded. And when they're weak minded, that means you've done all the work. Now, here comes another woman, and she forces her way into this guy's life, and she takes him. And if you had just accepted him for who he was, then you would have had someone that really loved you and wasn't weak minded. But now he's weak minded, and then now this person just came and took him. It to me, it doesn't make sense. If you accept a person for who they are, guess what? You're going to be more happier, and they're going to be more happier. Now, if that person wants to change and you know how to help them change, then that's fine. But that person wants to change. But if they don't want to change, and here you are, kick, 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 then they're going to move on. I've seen it over and over and over and over again in real life. And to me, it's just funny. Every single time the person who's done that has lost. In the long run, somebody else ends up with them. And they end up with the better person, maybe, or not. Sometimes these people end up because they're trying to separate them from their family. These people end up assholes. And boom, who wants an asshole? Well, someone does, not me. And that's my point. If you can't accept a person for who they are, then you should move on. It's that simple. And that's the way I've always been. I look at the person. If that person can fit in my life and I can fit in their life, then I take a chance with them. If it's just game, 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 no, I'm not interested. It's just not attractive to me. That's who I am. That's why I'm saying nose ring, to me, I'm not attracted to that, but I'm not going to go tell people to take the nose ring off them. I'm just notice that a lot of the beauty gurus have them. I thought that was sort of interesting because those things get in the way of your makeup and all that kind of stuff. And if you got something pretty, because there's a few of them that do have something pretty, but after they finish, I do see makeup inside the the thing, and to me, I don't say nothing. I don't go in there and say, God, it looks like you got boogers all over your nose ring. And they're not seeing it, and probably most people aren't seeing me because it just bugs me. I'm noticing everything about it, and there you go. But I mean, each person's gonna go crazy. And right now, for some reason, everybody's doing videos about foundation. I can only see so many videos of foundation to the point where now I don't care. Because I no longer have a sense of what they're talking about anymore, because I've already seen about 25 foundation videos, and I don't know which video was. I was watching. There was one video that I think it was number 7, and they put the foundation drops into moisturizer, and then they put it on their face, and it made a foundation. And I thought, well, that's interesting. You're going to be moisturizing your face at the same time you use your foundation. But to me, I thought, well, if you're going to do something like that, why aren't you using something scented that you like? That's lightly scented. You can put a few drops of that. But anyway, that's beside the point. But that's all they're doing is foundation, foundation, foundation. And then there's one young lady, well, two actually. Is it 2 or 3? I think it's 2 young ladies. All they do are beauty boxes, or 3. And they're not even making a full face with what they've done or what they got. And to me, what I think they should do is they should go and take out of each box that they like and put everything on one side and say, this is the stuff I like. And do a video with all the stuff they like that they got in their beauty boxes. But in some cases, all we get to see is, I like this. Ooh, look at what's in here. I like this one. But we never see them use it. They're just saying that they like it. And I'm not wanting them to use their body wash and us watch them take a bath. That's beside the point. What I mean is that at the end, they should have taken a bath with the product, and then they could tell you why they like it or why they didn't like it. Because some of the body washes, I have a friend that she bought an expensive body wash, but to her it was like she took out 50 cents out of her purse and bought it, and it left her dry patches. She didn't like it. It was horrible. She goes, it left me a whole bunch of dry patches. So um, a $200 body wash got thrown in the garbage. I didn't want it. I didn't want um, dry patches. My brother, he had eczema, and those are like dry patches, and they itched him like crazy. And I would go get him a little pink bottle, and he would put it there in his dry spots, and it would stop itching. And I remembered that. So when she told me it gave her dry patches, I asked her, do you think you have eczema? And she goes, oh no, that's the body wash. And so she got rid of the body wash, and her skin went back to normal, luckily. But that's just, the way it is. On some people, something will work, and on some people, something won't work. Do you want to take the chances? In my case, no, I don't. If I was going to buy a body wash or whatever, I would go to Avita, because I know their products, my body doesn't react in that fashion with that product. So I would do the safe thing. But see, I'm not a beauty guru, and I'm not going to go and tell you guys, um, I bought this and it doesn't work, because I only buy stuff mostly from Avita. I've gotten other stuff and everything, but I get my Avita mist, and I use that to keep myself from burning, because I burn. I can buy whatever there is in suntan lotion, and I'll still burn. And so I just get the mist. It's better safe than sorry. You know, I like it, and it works. But anyway, the I was just noticing that a lot of the gurus were doing that, or they pierced the outer nose, and um, their makeup was caking up around a little diamond or whatever they had there to me, and I ended up focusing on that, and I'm like, that's not what they're do. What I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm supposed to be looking at them do their eyeshadow or whatever, because I find it interesting. It gets my mind out of my head and everything. But those earrings and everything, I don't know how they can wear it. They have earrings that are about that big, or and they're hanging there, and I'm like, oh my goodness, they're gonna end up with gigantic holes in their ears. I had a friend that she's been wearing heavy earrings since I've known her, and she has this big old hole there, and she went and got plastic surgery done. And what they did was they clipped it and closed it and they sewed it, and it made it small again. And she had pictures of before they were big, gigantic holes. But who, a lot of people have money that they can just do that or save to do that and everything. And if that's what you want to do, then do it. But to me, the way I see it is you can still use smaller earrings or whatever and get a good look. You don't have to use something that's going to stretch your ear all the way unless that's what you want. Because I know I have had friends that stretch their ears and they put that cork or whatever in there, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger. And to me, I say nothing. I'm like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. And it just eats at me that somebody's doing that to themselves. And I'll look at them and I'll go, you want to go with us to go eat? And they go, oh no, I don't want to go. And then my friend, when they leave, says to me, oh, they don't want to go because they started stretching their ear and it's taken their appetite away. I'm like, stretching your ear takes your appetite away? And they go, yeah, man, it's the pain. So I learned that early. And that's why when my mother was in the hospital and they weren't giving her pain pills, she didn't want to eat. And they were trying to blame me that she wasn't eating. And I told them the reason she's not eating is because she's in so much pain. See, you're not giving her any pain pills. So she's in pain, so she's not eating. Hint, hint, and another hint. And you sure? I said, well, when we were going to go home, which too bad we came here, she was ready to have tamales. So, what do you think? Stupids. Anyway, I just think it's so different that people have different choices and everything. And if that's who you are, you should be you. I'm who I am. I'm not an effeminate gay man. I don't want to run around going, ew, and I'm not going to act extra gay just so that people feel comfortable. It's just weird. I always have a lot of people going, you're not gay. And I go, yeah, I am. And they go, no, you. I'm like, yeah, I am. I mean, I don't, they should have accepted the first time I said it, you know. And but you don't act like because I'm not like them. They're a different type of gay. And yes, I should accept that that guy's really effeminate, but it looks so fake, it annoys me. So can't watch the new Queer Eye for the Straight, whatever the hell you are now, because they're not doing only straight men, they're doing women. I thought they were doing a lesbian the other day, but I'm not too sure. I didn't even watch the show. I just saw they were forcing a little preview on not HBO, Netflix, because the the little box with them got into that location. So then the thing showed a little bit of like a commercial, and the guy's running around, and I'm, uh, I quickly had to go and change it. So, whatever. But for me, I just don't like that. I'm not like that. I don't care for that attitude and all that kind of stuff. My friends never acted that way. So, I don't know. To me it seems fake, but to each his own. I'm not going to condemn anybody whether they're straight or whatever. It's just like there's a straight guy that I've always said that he was gay. Well, I didn't really say it. I stayed quiet, but people kept asking me, and then I said, "Yeah, he's gay," and then they said, "Oh no, he was brought up by two gay fathers," and I'm like, "Okay, that's why he acts that way." I said, "Okay." I said, "I don't care." I said, "I'm not attracted to him to start with, and I don't care." But you asked me a question, and then I think it was 2 months later. Um, he was with some guy and they were dating, and they come over and they said, "Well, are you happy?" And I didn't even know. I didn't care. I wasn't keeping up on this guy. And I said, "Happy about what?" And they go, "Well, you were right." I said, "Right about what?" And then they tell me, and I'm like, "Who cares?" I said, "Did you want to date him?" And they go, "No." I said, "Okay, then good luck to him." I didn't know what to say because it was so stupid. They were angry because he was being who he decided. I don't know, but to me, I didn't care. That's them. Um, it's just to me, if that's who you are, that's who you are. For me, where the beauty gurus have that on their nose, I find it distracting. Um, I don't even know why I'm saying anything about it. To me, I just thought it was sort of interesting. And then I went off and we talked about other stuff too. So, what do you think? Does that bother you when some people just look like they're trying too hard? That's really, I guess, what it's bothering me. To me, it looks like they're trying too hard. And if they are trying too hard, why are they trying at all? They should just be who they are. And that's the way I've always, told my friends, be you. Life is too short to be trying to fit into a square when you're a triangle. The box is square, you're a triangle, you're not going to fit in there. And that's the point. Be who you are. That's why I don't say anything to my friend for being effeminate, because that's who he is. He's always been that way. He doesn't waver in that. His clothing does. Um, he wore Farmer John's. That's what I've always called them. It's a pair of pants, like with a little thing with the crossover in the back, and you click it here. And we went to a club. He says, "I'm lazy. I'm not going to get all dressed up." And he had something like 10 guys hit on him. And he was so angry. And I'm like, "Why are you mad?" And he says, "Well, I had 10 guys hit on me." I said, "Yeah, because they liked the way you were looking." "Yeah, but I want them to like me when I'm dressed the way I." I said, "Well, what you do is you wear these clothes today, you take their phone numbers down, and then when you go out with them, you put on your special clothes." And if they don't like it, then you guys don't get a second date. I said, but you being angry because they found you attractive, that's crazy. I said, you're acting like my friend, and I named some young lady, and he was like, I don't care. And I'm like, you're not supposed to care. I'm just saying you're acting like that person. You should be happy that people were finding you attractive, period. And the point is, you don't have to do a lot of work for people to find you attractive. And that was my point. Usually, you do a lot of work and it takes you forever. That day, you didn't do a lot of work and they liked you for being who you are, not trying to overzealous it. Like, I have a friend that she's really a beautiful young girl, and I knew her as the beautiful young girl. Then I hadn't seen her for a while. Then I saw her and she had so much makeup on her face. And I went, oh, okay. She goes, what? I said, well, you usually don't wear that much makeup. And she didn't get what I meant. Well, what it was she had so much on her face that it was like caked on her face. It looked thick. So then we talked about it, and I told her, let's go to my favorite place. And I called some friends, and we all went to go get makeovers at um, a place that no longer exists because they went and became professional makeup artists for movies and everything. And but it used to be called Haircuts for Heroes. And we went there. Everybody got makeover. They did a light makeup on her, not heavy. They cleaned off the makeup she had on and everything. They did a light, and she looked so much prettier. See, she didn't have the acne, but from what I could tell that she was putting so much, she was going to have the acne because it was just too thick. It was going to be clogging her pores. And what they did was they're an Aveda grown place, so they explain everything they're doing. That, oh, we're going to use this lipstick because this lipstick is moisturizing to your lips, that kind of thing. Oh, we're using this because we're going to use this as a base, and then we're going to dust it with this light color, and this way it'll protect your eyes if we use a darker color, and it won't tint your whole eye that color. And they explain that to you while they're doing it, and that's what I liked about them. You're getting tips on how to redo it for yourself, and I like that. That's why I kept going there. So anyway, took her with us, and we had a great time. She learned some tips, and then afterwards I saw her again, which because she wasn't in our normal circle, and she was doing it lightly, like they taught her. And I told her, look at how pretty you look. And she says, yeah. She goes, this makeup takes me 15 minutes in the morning. The other one, I get up an hour earlier. And I was like, no way. She goes, yeah. She says, I use 7 colors on my eyes. Now I only use 3. She goes, and she explained what was the difference. And I said, okay, well, cool. At least you're happy and you like it. She goes, yeah. But, I wasn't trying to change her way. I was just wanted to show her a way that was not going to harm her skin and all that kind of stuff. Plus, she started buying Aveda, whichever you want to call it. I like Aveda. That's what I was told way back. Now a lot of people are calling it Aveda. So, but it worked for her and it works for me. If you want to go try Aveda, go try. It won't hurt. It might hurt the pocketbook a little, but in the long run, it'll make your hair better, which that's what it did with me. It'll clear your face, which that's what it did with me. And it's a better product. It keeps me from burning so I don't peel. And I just love it. So you might want to go ahead and go in there and try because they were the original cruelty free products. And that's what I've always liked about them. But anyway, be yourself. Don't try to overdo or go out of your whatever. Even if your husband doesn't like something, you might try a lighter product or whatever, but still be you. Don't let anybody take you away from you because you won't be happy unless you're you. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, put the little hand high, and leave a message. Tell me what you thought about the conversation and how you feel. And if you want to go across some other conversation, go ahead and leave a message and tell me, why don't we talk about this? Would you be interested? And I'll see about it. AA, see you in church.